There was one time when I was walking around a club and I suddenly realized that I was dreaming. And as soon as I realized I was dreaming, I turned around and I saw Slender Man. You know, that tall guy, that tall scary guy that has like a white face. Everyone knows who Slender Man is. I turned around and saw him. And this was a few years ago. I was like 14, 15 at the time, and it scared the shit out of me. My first instinct was like, should I run? Because I was thinking I probably can't fight him. I'm kind of new to lucid dreaming. My dream control's pretty shit. So I was thinking there's no way I can fight him, and my heart was racing. I'm surprised I didn't wake up actually. But at the time, I remembered reading something that dream control is heavily based around our expectations. So instead of running or trying to fight Slender Man, I was thinking, what if I just tricked my brain into thinking he wasn't actually a threat and maybe just like a friendly person or something. And this was hard to do. I was actually scared while doing it, but I went up to Slender Man. I was like, yo, what's up? I was just talking to him like a normal person instead of acting like he was a scary guy. And after I did that, Slenderman actually turned out to be a nice dude. He told me my shoelaces were undone, and I looked down and my shoelaces were indeed undone. And so that experience taught me afterwards that lucid nightmares aren't really real unless you don't really know how a dream works and you don't really know how dream control works. You need to remember that in a lucid dream, you are 100% in control whether you kind of realize it or not. You know you're in a dream. So if you come across something scary in a lucid dream, you can just wake yourself up. You can just imagine your body sleeping in bed or close your eyes. You can easily wake yourself up. But I would suggest realizing that lucid nightmares aren't really real and you're in control 100% of the time. If you come across something scary in a dream as well, in a lucid dream, you can of course like run or try to fight it. A lot of people would do that. But by running or fighting something scary in your dream, you're kind of sending a signal to your brain that's saying this is a threat, this threat is real, this is scary. And so a lot of the time in a lucid dream or in a normal dream, if you run from something, you'll find that thing actually catches up to you. You're telling your brain this threat is real, it's a scary thing. And so instead of doing that, and this may be hard at first, but I would suggest instead of running or trying to fight a scary thing or a scary character, is just accepting it and acting like that thing is friendly. And if once you do this, it will be hard at first, but once you act like that thing is just a friend, it will trick your brain into thinking it's not a threat. Your brain will think, oh, he's just talking to it normally, like I was talking to Slender Man, like he was like my best buddy. And that tricked my brain into thinking this was my best buddy. That's how dream control works. And so trick your brain into thinking there is no nightmare. Not only will this make like you not have to wake up or have to run and fight from this thing, it'll be like, it's just funny. It's like, it's just funny talking to Slender Man or like talking to some demon and then finding out they're not actually that scary because you just tricked your brain. So lucid nightmares aren't real. The first step to overcoming a lucid nightmare is realizing it's not a thing in the first place. You're 100% in control. So lucid nightmares are just not something you should worry about if you're lucid dreaming or trying to lucid dream. I remember one time I was in my room and it was dark and I just realized I was dreaming while in my room and Momo was there. You know Momo, that like goofy looking girl from that weird challenge? You probably know what I'm talking about. I'll put a photo up on the screen. But she was there and like I'm looking at her face like, wow, this bitch is like ugly as hell. And I'm like, what do I do in this situation? It scared the hell out of me. Instead of just running or fighting Momo, I was thinking, what's one thing that would trick my brain into thinking that Momo is not a threat? And like, the one thing I was thinking of is just making out with her. I'm ashamed to admit it, I guess, but like Momo let me hit. I'm not even gonna lie about that.